Welcome everybody. So today I wanted to do a reading for Julie Rowe, and if you have been following the Chad and Lori case, you know exactly who she is. If you do not, then you're just gonna have to look her up because she's just Julie. That's all I can say. So I have some questions that I want to ask about her. I figured she'd be a good subject to do a reading on. I'm very interested to see what we get. So let's go. Spirit guides, guardian angels, please join me. Wrap me in your white light. Keep me safe from anything negative or anything that wishes me any kind of harm. Okay. Spirit guides, can you please show me with the tarot cards what kind of person is Julie Rowe? Can you please show me what kind of person Julie Rowe really is? Spirit, can you please show me what type of person Julie Rowe really is? Please show me the tarot. What kind of person Julie Rowe really is? Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Wands is here as well. So our next question is, what are the portals that Julie Rowe and Chad Daybell talk about? What exactly are the portals that Julie Rowe and Chad Daybell have talked about? Spirit, please show me with the tarot. What are the portals that Julie Rowe and Chad Daybell have talked about? Okay, so we have the Judgment, Ten of Pentacles, and Temperance in reverse. Very, very interesting. Okay, alright, Spirit, my next question is, what is the truth about Julie Rowe's supposed gifts and the energy work that she does and the energy sessions that she does? What is the truth regarding Julie Rowe's supposed psychic abilities, psychic gifts, and the energy work that she does? Can you please tell me the truth regarding Julie Rowe's, the truth about her abilities and her energy work? Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Swords. Okay, our next question is, why did Julie Rowe turn on Chad Daybell? Why did Julie Rowe turn on Chad Daybell? Spirit guys, can you please show me with the tarot why Julie Rowe so quickly decided to turn on Chad Daybell? Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Cups. And our last question, is Julie Rowe a leader or a part of a cult? Spirit, will you please show me with the tarot? Is Julie Rowe a part of a cult or a leader of one? Please show me with the tarot. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the King of Pentacles. And on the bottom, we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so with our first question, with what kind of person is Julie Rowe? We see the Five of Pentacles first, which, this is a church. So this could, represent her feelings in regards to being excommunicated. The Five of Pentacles is a card of hardship, loss, feeling isolated or abandoned. It indicates struggle, unemployment, alienation, as well as disgrace. It suggests a time of hardship and insecurity. The meaning of this card can be deep loneliness and illness, poverty, loss, Your status might take a turn for the worse. This could be in the near future or already have come to pass. Sorry guys, my phone is going off. Or it's already, something that has come to pass for you, but it could be something that happens in the near future. A chance that, you'll take a significant loss. Deterioration of your health could also be indicated here. It could be ongoing or it could be very sudden. Could be feeling cursed, that bad luck is something they can't shake off. It could also be like old debts, a high credit card balances, unpaid loans. Mistakes that were made in the past could come back to haunt you. And it could also be an indicator that the person you love is not feeling the same way and you feel like you were left out in the cold. So, there's a few meanings that I see in this card for representing her. She feels like an outcast and, tight finances and all that stuff. And then with the Four of Swords, as you can see, the demons coming up from the bed here. The Four of Swords is normally rest, relaxation, sanctuary, self-protection, as well as rejuvenation. After the time of chaos, anger, pain, depicted in the Three of Swords, which comes before this, the Four of Swords can signal that it's time to retreat, a time of rest, whether it's from your choice to withdraw or from pure exhaustion, it's not really clear. The tender wounds that were inflicted are still, there. And, I think it's kind of as a reminder of what we have lost. As well as the faint fear that something more is bound to happen. Taking all chances to rest. It's also like a time to reevaluate, organize, and understand your priorities, a time to gather new strength and prepare to face new challenges, So, the next card was the Four of Wands, which is a card about community, home, celebrations, reunions, parties, gatherings, stability, belonging. It heralds a celebration as well as harmonious and happy, relaxed and home environment. The number 4 in general in both of these represents stability as well as particularly reliable foundations. These are associated with a period of like happiness and balance. The perfect time for you to get together with close people, such as your friends and your family. It could be like a special occasion or a period of holidays, when you were together with your friends and family over an extended period of time. It could also be a card that indicates working on a certain project, and that you're going to be reaching a particularly, important milestone in that project. And it's going to provide you with the grounds for celebration, which is also to be considered. You have managed to complete a proper and paramount phase, feeling proud and satisfied, which is amongst the general feelings induced and reflected by the Four of Wands. So this is like feeling supportive, bonding with people, getting financial support or financial instability coming to you, public celebrations of love. So, I think that this is probably her current energy. She feels satisfied with herself. After being left out in the cold, she gathered her strength and she used that to harness her some stability, get her some money in because she was doing bad. So what's the truth about portals? So with the Judgment card, this is a card of self-evaluation. It could be an awakening, a purpose, reflection, and reckoning. It focuses like on the moment when we reflect and evaluate ourselves and our actions. It signifies coming close to a significant point in your life where you must start to evaluate yourself. It could also indicate that, in a period of awakening brought on by the act of self reflection. You now have a clearer idea of what you need to change and how you need to be true to yourself and your needs. It could also mean making small adjustments to change your daily life or making huge changes that will not only affect you, but the people close to you. We will all be faced with choices, that will have astounding effects on your entire life. Um, it brings to mind moments where actions you have taken have changed the course of your path for good or bad. There may have been a moment where there is no looking back. Consequences of those actions eventually will catch up to you. And this card seems to indicate that this is a time that, letting go of the past so you can move forward to plans for a new life, basically. So it would be like making adjustments in your relationship or finding career purpose or taking accountability, reflecting on your values, stuff like that. So then we see the Ten of Pentacles here. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is like your roots, your family, your ancestry, inheritance, foundations, privilege, affluence, stability, and tradition. It's a card of permanence and satisfaction. The card shows that everything, basically you put effort into for a long time will pay off in the future. It suggests that everything will work out well in the end. Your legacy is sure to stand for quite a time to come. The path to get here has been filled with setbacks and challenges. The overall meaning of the Ten of Pentacles relates to the happiness you experience because you have planted many seeds of happiness and shared in the lives of others, particularly family members and relatives. It points to the importance of these people in our lives, and symbolism is rooted in both financial success and stability. It shows affluence and lack of financial struggle. It also implores, for you to make a decision not only for positive results for the present, but also in the long term. The decisions that you make should produce positive results that last for generations to come, trickling down to your offsprings. And then we have the Temperance in reverse, which is imbalance, excess, extremes, discord, and recklessness as well. Reflection of something that is out of balance may be causing stress and anxiety. It can be deciphered, using basically, the cards around it to identify the areas where this imbalance is being caused. It could be used as like a warning that, if taking a certain path could lead to like turbulence and excess. A lack of a long-term plan or vision could also be represented with the Temperance in reverse. It creates a lack of purpose for you, leaving you feeling lopsided. And reflecting and thinking carefully about what needs to change. Temperance reminds us that all things are basically good in moderation. And we must examine in which aspects in our lives, is breaking the balance. So when we see these three cards, for me, it's tracing your ancestry and seeing, basically the things that happened, in our ancestors' line point to, it's like the as above, so below. So if I do something good in this life, There's got to be something bad that happens. I got to balance it out with the good and the evil. Or, say for instance, you give yourself up in this life. Next life, you'll have a wonderful life because, you cleared that energy. You balanced that scales. I think it's, pointing towards family portals and the judgment, and the stuff that we have within our family lineage, it seems like to me. And fixing those imbalances, whether they be good or evil. Say you were good last time, you got to balance that out with some bad, right? It's okay. Duality's fine. You just got to do a little bit of good to even it out, right? So it's okay to be evil, to be bad. You just got to balance it out with the good, balancing scales. It's cool. Okay, so our third question was the truth about, Julie Rowe's energy work and her supposed gifts. So we see the Page of Pentacles, and, the Page of Pentacles is very ambitious, diligent, goal oriented. She's a planner. She's a star student. She's studious, grounded. She's very ambitious and focused. She is protected, nourished, and provided and guided by her, her element here, the Pentacles. She could indicate and be the bearer of news connected to all earthly and material matters. She's very inspired. This is the kind of energy, that you need to complete all tasks for your work. It could point to the determination, focus, and the ability to stick with a particular task. And it may signify that there are a lot of tasks that, you're responsible for. Assistance will be there for you is another indication in this card. You just have to ask for it. It can refer to the reward for hard work. It's also a card that shows it's the perfect time to take a risk. Invest your money. The diligence will pay you back is indicated here. So it's dedication, making plans to achieve your ambitions, big dreams. Training is also something that is indicated here. So she learned this. This is something that she learned, and it's all about the money for her. This is a money-making thing. She takes people's money, and she learned the way of the world, or the way of this particular subject, and she has used it to her advantage. I thought that it would probably be Chad that was taught by her, but I think that it was him that taught her. So now we see the Knight of Cups here in reverse, and this is like disappointment, tantrums, moodiness, turmoil, avoiding conflict, as well as vanity, which means that, you allow your emotions to control your life a lot more than you should. Being overly jealous, emotional, moody. In fact, this could get to the point of like an actual incapacity to take action, jumping to conclusions, making judgments without having the necessary information. It indicates a situation which could be considered appealing at first, but quickly turns out to be something very different. With such high expectations, everyone will walk away quite disappointed. And I think this is her energy work, her energy sessions. Like, she's supposed to be clearing out all this energy, but she's only focused on the money, and the money is the only thing that matters to her. This is only a career opportunity. She learned this from Chad, who is also, in my opinion, the Knight of Cups. He uses emotions. He manipulates emotions. She basically tells you things that you already know, and tips that have already been given to people for years and years and years. And then we see the Seven of Swords, which I'm not surprised. This is a card of lies, trickery, scheming, a strategy, being resourceful, sneaky, cunning. It's all about betrayal and deception. It can imply that, you or someone else in your life is having difficulty getting away with something. There are instances when we are forced to be sneaky, hoping that we will not be discovered. When we are found out, we have to face the consequences, whether it's embarrassment, punishment, or worse. It could indicate thinking on your feet and being, doing something that is shrewd and out of character. The danger of a secret coming out. It could indicate being tempted to sneak away from somewhere, indicating a situation that is no longer working as expected. Instead of dealing with it, you choose to sneak away and hope that you'll go unnoticed, hoping the issue will basically resolve itself, leaving it to only grow and get worse. It could indicate that you think that you've gotten away with something and you discover that the situation has cornered you and you were found out as you're trying to, escape it. It can indicate the urge to explore and discover things on your own and assert your independence and bypass group agreements. So, that's probably what she says. We need to clear out this energy, this lies, deception, whatever, stuff that you haven't. She's like an energy vampire. She feeds on negativity, but she's a liar. And she tries to escape like any venue or any place without people catching on to how like much of a liar she is. She makes so much money. And it's ridiculous, but all she cares about is the money. She learned it from him and she used it. And, judging by what I have heard about her energy session that just happened not too long ago, she is very cocky and confident about it, a narcissist for sure. She is very vengeful and revengeful of Chad. And furthermore, she's a liar just in general because she used it as a way to profit and make big money because she needed it because she's a broke hoe. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so the next question we have is why did she turn on Chad? So with the Ace of Swords, this is like clarity, a breakthrough, a new idea, vision, force, and focus. It indicates having a breakthrough moment, the sharp blade on, it represents the power of intellect and the moment in which one can see a world from a different point of view as, nothing but new possibilities, the best time to work on your goals. And as with all aces, it indicates green lights and are signals of waiting opportunities. So now that he is locked up and he can no longer benefit off of this whole scheme thing that he had going on, she didn't know, because here with the Seven of Pentacles, this is unfinished work, procrastination, low effort, lack of growth, setbacks, impatience. It means that your returns may be scattered, basically. It can mean that rewards for your labor are not as significant as you thought. The advantage of this is it shows that you know when to stop investing, basically your time, money, energy into a particular project. Need to reevaluate your choices and figure out where you should put your resources, all indicated here. It could also be applied to relationships and the effort and emotions that you invested. Symbolism often deals with business ventures and investments. It also can cut across relationships viewed as investments as well. The effort put into these investments could be time, money, hard work, and you've gotten no results from them. Stagnant career is also something here. Losses and little financial compensation. So and from the partnership that she had with him, this is close bonds, joining forces, mutual respect. This is when they came together and they had a good relationship with each other. It was mutually beneficial to them, but she had to cut that cord with the Ace of Swords here out of fear that she wasn't going to be able to reap any more rewards for it. So with our last question, is Julie Rowe part of a cult? So we see the Three of Cups here, which represents friendship, community, gathering, celebration, group events, social events, blah, blah, blah. It represents a period of happiness when you will be able to forget worries of your daily life, spend time with friends and family. It indicates long lost friends, relatives, loved ones. It's about spending quality time with people that you cherish in your life. The three maidens that are usually depicted on here represent like a circle of friends who you turn to for love, compassion, support when you need them the most. It could be old college buddies, colleagues at work, or people that you shared a special bond with over the years. Being able to resolve differences and learning how to deal with any type of problems in them. Reaching a financial milestone. I don't think that she's technically part of a cult. I think that she was, maybe she feels ostracized and like left out from them is what it feels like for me. Or that she has to be because she's being greedy, because she's protective and greedy and stingy and haunted by like fears of poverty, which compel her to be nothing but materialistic. She's incredibly self-protective and defensive in terms of like materialistic things. She doesn't allow herself to open up and trust other people out of fear that they might take away her, her money, her, what she knows now, the knowledge that she has. And then we have the King of Pentacles, which is abundance, prosperity, security, ambitious, safe, kind, protective businessman and provider. So the King of Pentacles is like a provider and a protector. He is responsible and reliable. And through the wisdom granted to him, he has grown all that he required from a practically nothing. It's a card of envisioning success. 1-1 reminds us to stay in control of our energy and our resources in pursuit of a larger goal. It made her refer to a more established man who will play a significant role in your career, possibly. It could be a wise and rational, but pretty careless when passing judgment. He could be like your biggest supporter, but he's very harsh, and very harsh criticism is met from him. And it also indicates calculated action. So, she wants to be in that, that King of Pentacles energy. She isolated herself from them, it seems, and like, because, for what I see and the energy that I feel, they were like the woman and the man. It was just like her and him. You know, she learned the tricks of the trade, and they were like doing it together, and they both had these beliefs, and she was intrigued by what he said, and like she's very, very good at piggybacking off, or you know, kind of reading someone and seeing how they react, or seeing what, you know, how they feel about certain things, and then taking that energy and giving it back to them, basically telling them what they want to hear. I believe that, you know, Chad taught her the way to make money out of this situation. He helped her, and he, you know, after she got excommunicated, he was, you know, he taught her how to make money from this specific thing. To be honest with you, I know she says she was in the LDS church for all her life. I just don't know. I don't think that that's true. You know, I think that a lot of what Julie has said about her specific life is not true. Okay, so I could go on and on about that, but I just want to touch on the video that they did of her seminar when this woman was spinning ribbons and didn't even know how to do it. She was just having fun. That she duped. It made her feel so freaking good that she duped all those people. She preys on people, and I don't like that at all. I think that is awful for her to do that. Furthermore, she thinks she's Iron Man, like Tony Stark's enemy. She talked about something wrong with her heart, and they've done her before, just like Iron Man. She came out to Back in Black by AC/DC, just like Iron Man. She's in charge of weapons, something or another, and like she's equal to Joseph Smith. Like, I'm just gonna say, I'm not too fond of Joseph Smith. I think that he is kind of a sexist. No offense. This is just my opinion. He created all of the polygamy type stuff where the man just got to have 100 wives, you know, and why they all had to clean a different spot of the house and then wait to have, you know, unfulfilling sex and absolutely no emotional support, you know, because all they was good for is having babies. You know, she wants like an equal stand type thing, but she's mentally deranged. But she's the mentally deranged type that like has a way of using that intellect, the knowledge that she has, because she's like mentally like dissociated. She's mentally um drowning in her own, you know, her own world. Like we're just like on a canoe, and Julie is the water, and we're just swimming in the sea of Julie. Julie thinks that she has been with Jesus and with the devil, and like they were in love with her, and like she's the reason that we're going through all this shit. If she is, like, bitch, what's up? Why'd you do this to us, Julie? Why did you make it like this for us? Since it's all on you, since you're the Joan of Arc, since you're Mary Magdalene, since you think you're Jesus, or you're married to Jesus, you know, you can't tell which one, you know, or you're a pink, you know, a purple freaking dragon getting raped on other planets. You pretend to have all of these earthly emotions, but you have none. You're a cold hearted, manipulative, ugly on the inside, not too great on the outside. And that's just me being mean, but it's the truth too. You look ugly on the outside because of the ugliness on the inside. You can try to pretend all you want, but a mentally ill, lonely woman is always going to be what you are, and you deserve it for what you do to people when they're at their lowest. When you take people looking for help and looking for enlightenment and looking to heal, and you use that for financial gain, no matter where you learned it from, you are an awful human being, and you deserve every spirit attack that you get. And that is just what I think. I don't know. That is what I think. You're against homosexuals, you're against all of these things, but you need a security team. Do you want to know why Julie Rowe needs security guards with her? Because of the amount of people that she has taken their complete homes away from. She has taken their homes and they pay her rent. They sign them over to her, and she has them pay rent to live in their own homes. And if they can't, she takes it away from them. She takes all the money away from these people and breaks marriages up, makes people feel like, oh, they're the adversary if they don't listen to me. And she pretends like she was their mother or they were her mother. She creates this pretend spiritual family in her head and tries to create these bonds with these people. She is wrong. She is the devil. She is the devil. And she learned from Chad. There's two devils, I guess. Because I don't know. I don't know anything more awful than what they do. Coming in, I'm back in black. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. Ugh. Can we please get to the part where Julie Rowe is put in one of those straitjackets and put in a mental hospital where she can never hurt anybody again? I'm sorry, I had to clear some energy about Julie Rowe. I think she is an awful human being. She's just awful. Ugh. Okay, sorry y'all, I just had to rant a little bit. But love you all, except for you, Julie. I love you when you start working on yourself and start ruining people's lives. Yeah. Thanks, guys.